Boom, episode 24 with the sound effect. Tom is here with Big Mike. Tom, new producer in the studio. One and done Jay-Z'd it on the intro. It takes Mike sometimes 3 or 4 tries.
He's not lying.
You're already doing much better than Mike.
I have all the confidence in the world, but it never pays off.
You have the experience for troubleshooting, but we still make mistakes. I still make mistakes.
Yeah.
Those of you watching at home in HD are thinking, whoa, what happened to Jiggy? Well, listen, these beard trimmers have about a 4-minute battery. And so I could feel the battery winding down, and I'm like, oh God, I'm never going to make it. And then I got almost all done, besides like there's a little bit, if you were looking at home and you're thinking maybe something's going wrong, it's the beard trimmers. They don't have enough battery juice. It's a problem. So I wish I had $1 million invention for this, but I don't.
I have one.
What?
A razor.
Yeah.
Also, you think that people can see your beard?
I don't know. Can they
You
not?
look exactly the same to me.
Really?
Where? Show. Just move the
Down
mic.
here, I feel like I didn't get it. It's not all even.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I've left the house feeling a little self-conscious
You
about
look
it.
great.
Thank you so much. I got a haircut today. Went to my barber. I am going to Turkey coming up.
Oh no.
And this barber who I've been going to has been roasting me about hair transplants. So he's like, what do you got going on in August? And I was like, I'm going to Turkey. And he was full-blown convinced I'm going to get a hair transplant. He roasts me every time I get a haircut.
That's why I just said, oh no. I thought you were going to do it.
No.
If you did do it, would you go try to match your hair? Or do you think you'd try to get like Fabio locks, for like ponytail man bun amount of hair?
I don't think I could do the surgical thing. I've really kicked it around. I just don't think I could do it. At this point, who are we kidding?
But why not?
I just don't want to do a surgical procedure. There's too many things that can go wrong.
You just don't like the surgery part.
Surgery part.
If there was no surgery, but you could get your hair back.
A wig?
Well, grow hair.
Oh, like
if there was like a pill
magic
that guaranteed and you're going to be healthy, would you grow your hair back?
Well, they got Propecia, but then like you got ED as a possible ramification.
Yeah,
which who needs that in your life? You have that?
Well, I take Propecia.
Oh, you do take Propecia?
For like 4 years, yeah.
Really? Is it working?
I mean, it's just supposed to, I don't think Propecia is just to maintain. Rogaine and the topical stuff is to actually regrow. So I'm not regrowing anything. I'm just trying not to go more bald.
Oh, do you think it stopped the hair loss?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, the receding from what it was. I think it's helped. Yeah.
Well, let me see what you got going on. You're wearing a hat. What, dude? What are you talking about? You're like Tom Selleck.
No, it's not.
You have so much
it's going
hair.
a little bit up front.
Dude, that is like...
I do have a lot of hair, but it's going up front a little bit.
That's crazy that you think you need Propecia.
I just want to maintain. That way
did they even filter you out? Like if you came in, you're like, I need Propecia. Like,
Dude,
I think you're like snorting it for some reasons.
Propecia is a joke. You just fill out your info online and they'll send it to you.
And they send it to you?
Yeah.
But you're not even losing your hair. Like, what did you lose? 1 follicle?
It's just to maintain.
It's to maintain?
Yeah, you got to maintain.
But now
that
you're
way.
on a lifelong plan. How much does that cost a month? What do the pills cost a month? Does health insurance cover that?
I think it can. I don't. I just pay it out of pocket.
Talking $50
I don't know,
bucks?
It's probably like $60 I think for
$60
for like
a
a
month?
month's worth. Yeah.
You gotta take it every day?
I don't. Yeah, I guess you could or you should. For the obvious reasons, I'm a little skeptical.
You take a shower at night and you're like, oh my God, I forgot my pill. I mean, it can't be like falling out in
I
your
don't
hair.
take it every day. I probably take it like once every 3 or 4 days.
Once every 3 days?
Yeah, probably about.
I've had so many nervous thoughts about taking Propecia, but that ship has already sailed. If I started that 10 years ago, I might have been able to salvage some more. But I didn't. I didn't do it. When Propecia came out, they were saying that there was wiener problems. And I just couldn't couldn't wrap my head around it. So I just never did it. Or is everything good in the wiener department?
I think it's the wiener stuff's a little over. I think it's
overblown.
case to case. It's person to person. I don't have really much issue right now. Maybe because I'm still like not that old, but I'm sure it helps for some people. It hurts for some.
Do you have a
people.
girlfriend?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Does she know you're on the Propecia?
Yeah, she does.
I thought you were going to say the wiener stuff doesn't matter because I don't use mine anymore.
Now I got a girlfriend, so no.
I always had this fear that like I'd be have this huge afro full of hair, but just like wienerless. Which is that doesn't. It's like ipso facto. What are you going to do on that? But I'm glad you're a success story for Propecia.
Well, not.
Are you on the generic or like the regular?
Regular, like
Like you take the actual Propecia.
Yeah, the pill. There's like 40 different companies. What's the
Well, I think that there's like a
Hims is popular. That's like the one everyone knows.
Is
There's
that just
Hims
Propecia?
lemonade. Yeah, it's Propecia.
what a cornering of the market that Hims made. They basically were like, guys are losing their hair, they need boners. We're gonna put all of this into one. Because what else do they sell? They sell hair growth.
They have a
They
bunch
sell
of stuff.
boner pills, which is ironic because you might have to take the boner pills after you take the hair stuff. So they got a 2-for-1 client. Are you looking up what they sell? I just think that they all the stuff that guys are too nervous to buy at a CVS, they sell online.
So Hims is an all-around men's healthcare platform.
Right.
They do everything from sexual health to skincare to mental health to hair care.
Wow.
I don't know if I want the Walmart of brands. It's like, hey, what do you got? We got one for that. It just seems a little back alley to me.
You need a boner, you lose a boner, no hair, too much hair, how's your skin? Dry? But they really cornered the market. Because there's Hims and there's a couple of other like companies like that now that are just doing men's health, which is really just men. If you feel kind of weird about talking to a doctor, Hims has got your back. Because fertility is another one that's like kind of awkward too. Now that I'm married, that's been coming up. Because like
Hims?
I don't know if they do fertility. They do nothing with fertility.
They maybe hers.
Hers does. Oh, but what about sperms? Then they don't care.
I'm going to Google Hims sperm.
Hims sperm. That might be an interesting search.
It's going to come up to a little bit of a different.
Because I don't know.
Let's see.
You never really test out see what if you're a guy. I mean, you never really test that out. They have some at-home kits you can do for fertility.
There is a sponsored post just came up for bellybaby.com, which is the weirdest.
Belly Baby?
Yeah.
What's the company?
It's a nutrient-rich
Sperm
prenatal
booster?
to support all stages of pregnancy for increased sperm strength.
Oh.
Hims does have
A sperm boost?
they have a article about how to increase ejaculation and semen volume.
Oh, well, we all need that. Who's ever thought about that?
I think about it every time. Every time I semen, I feel like it's just one like volume less.
What a weird thing.
Like if you're
Do they
weighing
have-
it by grams, like I feel like every time it's a gram less, and I'm like, well, one of these days it's gonna go to zero.
Go just dust.
Yeah.
But if they have people who want more volume, they got to have some people who want to turn the volume down. Like Tom over here, Propitia's not even affect him. He's got.
No, that's not true. I think that's why I'm a little nervous. I think it possibly could be, but I'm not taking it often enough where I actually think it is. I think I'm just not, great.
Do you want some tricks on how to increase semen volume?
Sure.
According to Hims, since we're talking about Hims.
I'm not really looking for more volume, but I'll take the tricks.
Oh, you don't have to. We can move on.
Well, let's hear it now. I'm
Pelvic
curious.
floor exercises. You can also quit smoking.
Check.
Check. Wait, is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Put
That's
the
the whole
packs
article
down?
is stop smoking. Hold on. What is a pelvic floor exercise?
I don't think that's real. Hip thrusting.
This is crazy.
I put down the Marlboro Reds and I started humping the floor. Next thing you know, I got lots of volumes.
Man, this is why I don't trust these type of things,
No,
because
you
it's
can't
basically
trust that.
going. It doesn't really tell you how to do a pelvic floor exercise. It just tells you,
Pelvic. I mean, you put.
oh,
your,
here's what it is, and here's what can try.
What
try
is it?
our pills. Surgery or bladder bowel issues. If you're overweight, constant heavy lifting, this is what it could prevent, but it doesn't tell you how to do it.
pelvic floor exercises. Well, I'm game to try a pelvic floor exercise.
It makes me wonder, like, does that mean the floor of your pelvis, or do you get on the floor and do a pelvic exercise?
I think you have to get on the floor and put. What are you talking about? The floor of your pelvic?
Well, pelvic floor exercise that could be like the bottom of your pelvis.
That's
You
not a real
exercise
thing.
that.
The floor of your pelvis?
Buddy, you don't know what it is.
It's not a department store.
Oh, okay. You know what pelvic floor exercise is?
What?
Male Kegels. So
What
it
do you-
actually might be like honking your wiener, just using your wiener muscles.
Just flapping your balls on things. What are you talking about?
Buddy, I'm telling you, I'm looking at the internet, for Christ's sake.
So you just like whack your dick around and then That doesn't sound right at all.
Male Kegels. Pelvic floor is male Kegels. So this is how you increase
we
it.
still don't know what it is. There's still a huge discrepancy in what this actually is.
Start by holding your pelvic floor muscle. Boom. I'm out of here.
What's that?
The pelvic floor muscle is the floor of your pelvis. It's the
Pelvic floor
It's the muscle right like under your butthole? Yeah. You know, you squeeze your butthole, then you're like the rest of your junk starts to flinch.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about here.
So I got to do butthole squinches?
So hold your pelvic floor muscle, which is basically your butthole, and everything, your whole
Tightens
situation tightens up. 5 seconds. Think of pulling and lifting up all of your stuff.
That's what it says?
Don't hold your breath.
Wait, what?
And after 5 seconds,
what does your breath have to do with it?
It just says don't hold your breath.
Don't stop breathing or breathe?
Breathe. Breathe normally. Breathe as if
I wasn't going to stop breathing until now.
It just tells you
said
not
it.
to hold your breath. And then do this 10 times.
A day?
10 reps, 3 times a day.
3 times a day?
And you'll increase your seminal flow.
I'm just trying to
But you're going to be able to put out a 3-alarm fire after a week.
I don't know who's doing these butthole clenches. That doesn't sound real. It's on hims.com. Hims isn't even a real doctor.
Hims is not a real doctor, but then I looked up, you want to know who's talking about this? Memorial
Dr. Oz.
Sloan Kettering. That's where I'm getting these exercises from.
Sloan Kettering, classic.
That's a real place.
Butthole exercise.
I'm getting this from X Hamster. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Interesting.
I don't know how it got from hair surgery and you're going to Turkey. You said I'm going to Turkey, and now we're doing male Kegels.
I feel like women have a pretty open relationship with their doctor when it comes to fertility and just health down there.
Sure.
They go all the time. But guys don't do that. I wouldn't even know who to call. It's not going to be my primary care doctor.
I think you would call your primary care to get a
referral.
To then tell them what the problem is, and then be like, all right, we'll send you somewhere else.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I don't have a problem. I'm just, I'm going to get all these emails.
Who are you trying to convince, buddy?
I don't have a problem. I was just thinking about it because with fertility, it's very interesting how it's a conversation that women have all the time about their eggs and whatever. I honestly don't even know what happens.
Eggs and stuff
and whatever. But when it comes to dudes, it's kind of just just do what you got to do.
I think it's because we don't. That's it's embarrassing. Because if you go to the doctor and talk like, oh, my wiener's not working, or what's going on with my sperm, then you're less of a man,
right?
And you don't want to admit that. That's a problem with us.
Built an entire business model off of that. That's why they just order it online, like Tom.
Keep it on the DL.
Tommy Toughcock over here.
I just did it as a preventative measure.
It is work, dude. You get incredible hair. I don't know what this is coming from.
It's just preventative. You get ahead of it, and then hopefully.
But did you have someone in your family who lost a lot of hair?
My dad's bald.
That's full blown bald. What about your mom's dad?
No, my mom's side is good. That's why the whole rumor, it comes from your mom's side, which I don't know if it's true because I've done days of research. But if it's coming from my mom's side, I'll be good. But if it's coming from my dad's side, I'm screwed. It's just a matter of time. So that's why I want to get ahead of it.
So he's got full blown bald?
He's got the cul-de-sac. He's bald in the middle. He's got a little stuff around.
So you're like, I don't want to do this.
No.
What about your grandfather?
They're all but they're all dead. But my mom's side full, dad's side
they're bald now.
Done. Yeah, they're bald now. No, that's the thing. But I don't know. That some people it skips a generation. Some people it's your mom's side. So I'm like, all right, let me just I'm good for now. But my dad was pretty bad by the time he was 35. 33, 35.
So you're trumping the past generations at this point. You got great hair.
Yeah, I'm banking that that comes from your mom's side, I guess, or whatever else.
I don't know. I have my dad's side's genes when it comes to hairline, 100%. My grandfather on my mom's side always had hair.
Same. Yeah,
but
mine's the same.
My grandfather on my dad's side, full bald, full parking lot. And my dad had the coldies. And I think I'm getting both. It's coming both ways. At first, I just was losing it on my forehead.
Why are you full?
No, I'm not full.
No, you're not full. You got sideburns and everything. But you're talking about turkey because you're talking about the transplant. I would get the transplant in a second if I had insane money just throw around.
Well, I mean, there's multiple problems with that statement. I definitely don't have insane money. We're practically taking a friggin' ferry boat to Turkey just to get there. But it is super expensive, but not in Turkey. Turkey is like in the low thousands of dollars, which is not crazy. It's like a couple months rent.
You gotta. I feel like it would cost. I mean this out of love, and you have to know this when I say this to you, Mark. It costs you a lot more money than the average guy. I think most people go. I think if you went to Turkey, they'd be like, "Buddy, why did you not come over here?
What are you doing? What,
Oh, we're gonna have to take some hair off your ass." I don't know how Turkey people sound, but I think you would have gone sooner. But then, like, you're gonna you said it before. You're gonna chase your hairline.
And
you gotta go back to Turkey every 2 years.
All right, people are from there.
But you gotta cut the turkey, cold turkey,
cold turkey
hair.
No, I don't. I never really. I'm not seriously considering doing it on this trip.
You gotta take a meeting.
Well, take
an appointment.
I did Google some places.
You're already there. Just take a look.
That's a big. That changes the trip entirely.
Yeah. How long are you going for? What are you gonna do there?
11 days.
Just for funsies, huh?
Yeah. My dad's side of my family is all from Istanbul originally.
You gonna see family there, or do you got?
No, I don't know if anyone's there, but I'm gonna be definitely looking up some Jagargians for sure. See if there's any Jagargians hanging about. I doubt there's any Jagargians there, but you never know. I'm gonna stay in the area where supposedly my family was from in Istanbul, so that's definitely number one. I want to do a hot air balloon, which I'm terrified of doing.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And we're gonna go to some salt thing. That's not my idea. It just looks like a bunch of white mountain-looking salt things.
Sure.
That you like lay down in. It's gonna take us 10 hours to get there.
That's tough.
I was not on board for that one, but
I'd lay down on some salt, but not 20-hour round trip.
It's a big day. It's like 4 or 5 hours to get there. You have lunch on the salt. I don't know. It looks fine. It's called like.
Can you lay down? Can you lay down in the salt?
You lay down
get your
in
sandwich
these
and be
rivers.
like, "Hey, you guys got any pepper?"
Yeah, where's the pepper? How you guys getting this out of here?
I want to go lay in. I want to go lay in some masala.
That'd be nice. That's
I lay down
spicy.
in some paprika.
Paprika.
I'll go to the paprika mines. Are you kidding me?
A paprika mine?
It's just dried.
I don't like a
peppers.
smoked paprika.
It's very little. You have to put a tiny bit. It's an accent. It's not a flavor.
It does everything.
Yeah. Pre-smoked anything is brutal.
I don't like smoked flavor unless it's in a meat.
I just ordered 3 racks of baby rack ribs for this weekend, buddy. I'm so pumped.
You what?
I have a smoker up in my RV.
But you're here. How did you?
I'm
smoke
leaving
them?
tomorrow. I called in the order to my butcher up there.
Oh, well, you still have to prepare it. I thought you already made it here.
Oh, like Grubhubbed?
No, I thought you said you made it here.
No. I just put an order in for
the ribs.
3 slabs of ribs. I'm gonna
you gotta take the skin off the back.
Silver skin
it off.
You know how long it takes to smoke a baby back rib to like fall off tenderness?
7 hours.
4.
That's it?
I did plate ribs a couple weeks ago. Those big like dino ribs, like the Practical Joke style big beef ribs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 10 hours.
It's a big day.
It's a big rib.
I wish I could smoke meats here in New York City. Lots of problems with that. Living in an apartment building, frowned upon.
If I had a patio, buddy, I'd be smoking every day.
A patio? Oh,
something
sure.
to put a smoker on, like a deck or something?
You can't do it in a... you can't do it on a... What do you call it?
Like a awning? What are those called?
No, what is it when you walk outside?
Balcony. That's what happens when you have a head full of hair,
I
huh?
know.
I got a lot of hair.
You guys are showing off. You can't balcony smoke anything. That's dangerous.
Not even cigarette. You can balcony smoke cigarettes.
You got a rooftop?
We do have a rooftop, yeah. Frowned upon. You can't do it. Maybe you could do it. We went looking for possibly new apartments in New York City. I'll tell you one thing. When you don't have a lot of money and you're looking at apartments, that's the fastest way to know.
You're in the wrong time, though.
What are you talking about?
You should have been doing this in the 70s. No.
Yeah.
Summer.
Can I take my money now and go back to the 1930s? I still think some of these apartments would be like, I don't know if we're going to let you in. The thing is that you have to get board approved if you're going to buy something.
If you're in a co-op, right?
If you're in a co-op, which is most places in New York. So even if you have the money, they can still say no based on your anything.
So bizarre.
Very bizarre. But we went looking for apartments, and it's just incredibly expensive and demoralizing.
Got to get your ass to Astoria, man.
Yeah, I mean, I would kick around leaving Manhattan. It's just, you'd look at some places that are like, I don't know if I want to be in my 40s in this place, and I'd be like, how much is this spot? And they're like 1.4 million.
Oh, you're looking to buy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I would like to buy because my mentality is like, which I do think is sound, is if I buy something and even if 5 years later it doesn't appreciate $1 in value, all the money that I've put towards a place, even if I sold it for exactly the same amount, it's like I lived rent free for 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my mentality.
Mm-hmm.
But it's harder to execute because everything's so expensive. And not only if theoretically you could afford a place, then on top of that you have like monthly maintenance in these buildings, which is insane. Like you'd have like your mortgage, right? So most people pay a mortgage and you pay taxes. In New York, you pay your mortgage and then your monthly maintenance, which is like your co-op fee, which pays for the doorman, what other amenities, I don't know. But those could be, depending on the building, anywhere from like $2,000 to $10,000 additional a month.
You're telling me that $2,000 a month just in maintenance fees?
Oh, that's low. That's low. That's like a steal.
I thought you were going to say a year.
No. That's a month. And if it's $2,000 a month, that's a steal.
That's
like we looked at some places
crazy,
and
dude.
it was $2,000 a month.
That's
in
rent in
maintenance.
Astoria. You can rent something
Yeah.
in Astoria, 2-bedroom.
That's just for maintenance, but you
That's
don't get
nuts.
any of that back. So the longer you stay, the more that bill racks up that you'll never get back.
The rich are getting richer, man.
It's just so expensive to try to do anything in this town. That's why I gotta move. Maybe I'll just move to
You're
like
about to head to
Maine.
Jersey, aren't you?
No, I couldn't do Jersey.
Back to Boston?
I would maybe kick around Boston, maybe Maine, maybe have like a look for the what we were seeing in apartments and monthly maintenance in New York. I could just buy a town in Maine.
It's crazy.
I could just set up shop as the owner of a town and just recall it Jigville, and just that would be my life.
Is that Jigville? Is that what you would call your town?
Jigville?
I would go with Jiggyton.
Jiggyton. Yeah, that could work.
Because that leaves options for so many different great team names. The Jiggyton Ballers. Like it just rolls off the tongue a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Jiggyton Ballers. I like that.
Jiggyton.
Jiggyton.
Because then it's a little fancy. Like, oh, is this French? But like, not necessarily.
I like that.
Jigberg?
What is that from?
I don't know, Jigberg.
Oh, like
pitching
Plattsburgh,
names.
Pittsburgh.
Is
A burg is like a
Berg
borough.
is like it's like a
Yeah.
Jig
Or it could be
Hatton?
like new something. Like New Jiggistown.
Newgargian? Ooh,
New what?
Newgargian.
New Guardian. No one would ever move there. That sounds a little bit.
Then I'm moving to Old Guardian, I'll tell you that. What would you do with $5,000 a month?
New Jiggisville. New Jiggisville.
We're starting to get real
These are too
dicey.
long. These are too long.
I like Newgargian.
New Guardian could be that's my town in Maine.
It's 2 words. New
Guardian.
Guardian.
It's not really a good representation of my name. You're taking out the jig part, which is what everyone would know. They're not going to be Googling the Guardian part of my name to come to my town.
No, but that's
They'd be like, this guy's got to call his town Jiggyville or Jigs Town or Jigberg. 3 jigs. Jigberg. I don't know, but it's very expensive. It's kind of make me think like, I don't know. I would kick around looking at real estate in other places. I love New York, so it's really, really would be tough for me to leave. But after going on this home search, I'm like, there's got to be another way.
well,
You got to be like a tycoon to have just a regular apartment. I wasn't looking at stuff that was palatial by any stretch. These are like just regular 2-bedroom apartments that you would just like flip through the pages of a book and you'd be like, yeah, that's just a normal apartment. And they are so astronomically expensive that I was like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way.
there is. Powerball's up to $1 billion.
Powerball's up to $1 billion. Yeah, minus taxes. You can't even get an apartment here. You still got to pay taxes on that.
I love the minus taxes. You get $1 billion Powerball. Yeah, okay, what? Take home 500 mil? What's the point?
Why even do it?
500 million, what do you do right now? In your bank account. Taxes paid.
Just keep it there.
Just keep it? You're not going to
500
get a nice
million?
steak dinner?
No, what would I do? 500 mil. I would free and clear a house.
Oh, yeah.
family set up with little houses. At least.
I'd buy the house on top of a building. You know, one of those ones where it's like the top of the
Oh,
house.
in New York?
There's that one in the East Village, right? Or like
one in
14th and
India.
2nd or something like that. There's one in the East Village. It's
Really?
yeah, it's like at what is it?
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's like at 11th and 2nd or something. Remember the old Gotham Pizza?
Yes.
It's right by the penny farthing. It's like right above that.
I think I
can't
know what
remember
you're talking about. I would get a home, modest home. I still wouldn't spend jillions of dollars on a house. I just don't. I wouldn't want the attention.
I want something with indoor parking. I want like a little door that opens
You're
up.
going a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Indoor parking in your
Modest,
house?
but like crazy.
You talking about a garage?
Yeah, like a little garage, like
But
like
every house has
like
a garage.
Andy Cohen has. Like
What
in
are
the
you talking
village, like where your own door opens up into your actual apartment, then you have your own little parking space
Oh,
inside
that's
your
a
apartment.
luxury I never even thought of.
Yeah,
I've never even thought about having a car.
I think all the time about winning the lottery. It's one of
Really?
my favorite pastimes and probably the one thing that keeps me from being successful. Because I'm like, well, eventually I'll win it. If I think about it enough.
Do you play the lottery?
When it gets crazy, I do.
You get tickets?
When it
do you
gets
have regular
crazy.
numbers? Put a 21 in there. That's my lucky number.
I don't do numbers. I put it out to the universe.
Well, that's working.
Yeah, look at me, buddy. I'm crushing it. Buddy, I make my own shorts. You think I'm not doing
Jorted
great?
those yourself?
I jort every year.
Rough.
What are you going to throw away pants? You just throw away pants when they're no good anymore.
I know. I give them the goodwill.
No. I
You
wear
give
them
them
as shorts
goodwill.
for a couple of years. Then I take them. Then they retire to the RV and they become RV shorts.
I'll tell you one thing. On a sports short or like a fitness short,
Mm-hmm.
TJ Maxx all day
All day.
long. I can't even imagine why you would pay more. Why would you pay more? These are wonderful. I have wonderful Reebok shorts that were at TJ Maxx, probably $8. Why would you pay more? Why would you need a Lululemon short? I do have one pair, but why would you spend all the money on Lulu shorts? I got them at a discount, but why would you do that? TJ Maxx for fitness attire is a no-brainer for me. Even if I had the 500 million post-tax lottery
You're going to
winnings,
TJ's.
TJ's for fitness attire. Why would you need anything else?
I got a pair of pants for working out that I really started liking. A pair of Fabletics.
Fabletics. What do they do for a zipper? You got to see where the zippers are at.
On the pockets?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're on,
because you don't want phones flopping out.
no, they got zippers in the pockets. It's pretty good. They're pretty solid. Big fan.
An airplane pant that's the toughest pant.
What is an airplane pant?
A travel pant.
I wear my Fabletics on planes almost exclusively.
Fabletics would be a good pair, but the breathability sometimes can be an option, or you don't want to be too tight.
Buddy, you're talking to the guy who needs more breathability than most people you probably know. Yeah, they're good.
Delta XL.
Delta, yeah, big XLs, yeah. I wear an XL long on those things, and they're great, phenomenal. Do you want to hear a side note that you may not want to know?
Well, I think we're in it now.
Do you know the inventor of this, the guy that founded Lululemon? Do you know he's a racist?
I did not.
And
know
he
that.
said, and it's on record, that he wanted to name the company something that he thought it would be funny to hear Asian people pronounce. That's why it's called Lululemon. Dead serious. It's 100% a fact.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That can't be true.
It's 100%. I'll look it up right now.
What is the guy? An American guy?
I think so, yeah.
He went on record to say that? That sounds like a party joke. That like you'd keep amongst his friends. What's his name? Sounds like a Gabe.
History, according to the internet.
What's his name? What's the guy's
Chip Wilson,
Chip. Of course his name is Chip.
Founded-
That can't be a real name. Chip Wilson?
found in 1998 in
It sounds like
Vancouver.
Oh my God, they're British. Chip Wilson sounds like a 1970s baseball player.
Its first standalone store in 2000. Chip Wilson created the name to have too many L's so that it would sound Western to Japanese buyers who often have a difficulty pronouncing that letter.
But that sounds like he was trying to appeal to the Asian market. Doesn't it literally say he's trying to appeal to the Asian market?
Yeah, I get. I mean, that
That's
sounds
a big difference between
and
being
that
racist
sounds-
and appealing to Japanese or
I hadn't thought of it
Asians.
like that, but he's a Canadian guy named Chip. Guy sounds like a racist already.
So you just have your own personal anecdote on what you think Chip was up to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That doesn't sound right. But
Telling you
to
right
call it Lululemon to appeal to the Asian market, I can get on board with that. To say that he was like racist because of it, I don't know. I don't know Chip. I can't make an opinion. It sounds like even your facts are kind of wishy-washy.
It's saying that it would be innately Northern American because there's no L's in Japanese phonetics, so they would assume it was American and they can sell Western goods.
Western wares. Never thought of that.
Isn't it weird that they call it Western other places and our Western is cowboys?
Well, I saw a lot of that when I was in Japan.
Cowboys?
Western, seriously.
Like cowboy hats and boots?
Yes.
Really?
The two Americanized or Western things that I saw was sports apparel, which was overwhelmingly American.
Mm-hmm.
So the NBA teams, the Major League Baseball teams, it was ubiquitous as far as sports apparel. But then the other thing was you go into a store and they had a lot of Western goods stores, like desert, cowboys shit. Stuff like that. Like a lot of Native American style art and clothing and cowboy-esque things, which is not really my style.
No.
But then there was nothing in between. Like
emerald or opal?
Opal? Yeah. It was very interesting. But I guess to them in Japan, like that is like the spirit of America.
Did you ever see, was anybody in there shopping and buying like chaps? Did you ever see anybody out there wearing like cow
Besides
print
me?
chaps?
Could you imagine if I was just walking through Japan in chaps?
I think if I did that, that'd be pretty sick. I'm already going to be the tallest guy there, but then I'm also wearing like a cowboy outfit.
You would
People go
definitely
nuts.
you would definitely be the tallest person
I think so.
in Japan. Definitely. You
I'm
don't
down
see a
to
lot
go.
of like over 6 footers.
Going in January. Let's party.
You're going to Japan?
Going to Philippines, Thailand, and Japan, I think.
Wow, bang it all out.
Doing it all at once.
The Asian
Bangkok it all
swoop.
out.
We'll see how Turkey goes. If I come back with a full head of hair and I look like Tom, then you're gonna know what happened to me.
Well, you're going to come back divorced.
Yeah, right.
I got it back, baby.
Yeah. You thought you were holding me down. Look at this head of hair. My act's completely changed. I'm like way more confident. I'm just funnier. Everyone loves me. I'm Matt Rife.
You think your hair's holding you back?
No,
Do you think
No.
your lack of hair is holding you back?
no.
I don't think so.
Most people don't even know I'm losing my hair. I wear a hat on
That's a
stage.
good point. It is. I have seen people. You take your hat off on stage, and there's a bit of a
No,
because
there
you-
isn't.
because you don't come off as bald guy. You know, with the hat. He's not.
I'm not bald. I'm getting there.
I mean,
I will say that the lack of the little desert going on in the top back of my head has been increasing a lot. I was kind of I had a barber who was really good in New York. His name was Rudy. Good dude. And I remember I went to get my hair cut for him for years, and he would say things like, if anyone says you're losing your hair on the top of your head, they're lying to you. It's just the way that your hair grows in. And I took that at face value for many years. And then I moved into a place that has a mirror system that you could have a 2 mirror
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
so you can look up and see the back, what's going on back there. It's not good. There's a severe lack of hair back there. I think Rudy was trying to get some tips. Rudy was trying to get a customer out of me, but it's definitely going away. Or you know what? There's a terrible overhead camera at CVS that like shows that like you're on screen, you're being recorded, so you don't steal anything at the self checkout. And I took a little glanceroo over there buying half and half cream, and I was like, oh shit.
you're looking up. You're like, speaking of half and half.
Speaking of not wearing my hat down here,
But you know what? You're a great person, and that's what really matters.
it can't be all follicles. Can't be all about the follicles. But if you can grow in you have a nice little stubble thing, you know, and you have a decent sized head, like a decent shaped head, not size head, not like I got a huge head. But if you got like a nice shaped head, which I've told I got a nice shaped head, and you can grow some stubble in, you can Jason Bourne your way. Or
Yeah.
or what's his name? Not Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
No. Jason Statham.
Oh wow, I would have gone to my grave thinking that was Jason Bourne.
Jason Statham. Similar films.
Yes,
Jason Statham. And you can be great.
you just got to own it and go
The
buzzed.
problem with most people is that they try to hang on for too long. That's where I never want to be. I don't want to be the guy who's like flipping and like gelling it down to make it look like there's hair there. You're not fooling anyone. I saw someone who was a TSA agent at LaGuardia who lost all his hair in the back, but had one little island at the front, and he was like gelling it and braiding it. Like he had just one little patch, and like it's the clearest example of shave the fucking thing off.
Do you
Take the
think it
patch
was
off.
was it a goof,
No.
or he was like, no,
No,
this
like
is
it was like kind of like flipped over to the side and looked like it had some attention to it, and
Yeah.
in the most clear example of just shave the thing down.
literal emotional attachment.
Yeah,
It's attached
let it
right
go.
to the front of his head. When do you think you go full buzz, or do you ever?
I did it.
Oh, really?
I did it during the pandemic
Good for you,
to
buddy.
see what the shape of my head was.
And you grew it back.
I grew it back, but I had a good head.
Fair.
I thought that my head was. It's actually my picture to get into the office. Is my shaved head.
Oh, good. Look at that.
I thought it was fine. I thought my head was fine. I remember doing it, and I was like, it's not that bad. Some would say attractive.
So, what are you looking forward to
Some,
about
not
Turkey,
many.
other than the non-medical side?
What would I do?
What's the rest of Turkey going to look like for you?
Oh, well, I'm going to do some beachy activities. They have some beaches there, so I definitely want to get some sun in the fun in the sun. Definitely want to do that. And you're going to ride in a hot air balloon, which I've never done. Terrified. And might
What's the
go
closest thing
hang
you've come to
gliding.
a hang gliding?
Yeah.
Is it like cheap over there to do all this stuff? Is everything cheap there?
Yeah, it's not very
Because to me, that
expensive.
sounds like $1 million just right
No.
there.
No.
It's like, oh, here's
the
a
Turkish lira is like there's a great website which of course I don't remember the name of it, but you can put in like how much a pint of beer costs in every country, and it gives
Yeah.
you a pretty good idea of like to the American dollar what you're going to be spending. I think a pint of beer is like a great example, or how much McDonald's costs is another great example. So like a pint of beer in Turkey, the U.S. equivalent is like $1.20.
Wow.
That's like the average beer cost.
But I think you did in New York though. You don't really know. I've been to. We have a VFW up by RRV, and I ordered 3 drinks, 3 cocktails, 3 beers, and he was like 17. And I go, no, I'm paying for all of them. I thought it was just for one combo, and he goes, no, that's 17. I go, dollars? I was
I know.
so confused.
It's so weird, man.
And he goes, you're from the city, aren't you? I go, yeah. He goes, 17.
That's the best. That's
Unbelievable.
The best part of all the stuff we were talking about before about how expensive everything is you go anywhere else and everything is discounted. So Turkey is definitely going to be in that realm.
Yeah,
Michael Costa has a great joke. One of my favorite jokes he does. He's like, I was down in New Orleans and I ordered 5 margaritas, and they're like, that'll be $18. And he goes, everyone's getting margaritas. It's just a great joke.
I love Michael Costa. He's got another one of my favorite bits too. I quote him a lot, surprisingly.
He's great.
There's not a lot of people like outside of comedy, unfortunately. Like I think he's just now getting there because of the Daily Show.
Yeah.
But he's got the. I went and had dinner with my parents the other night, and by went home I mean I came down the stairs.
It's great. So I'm excited to have some of the Turkish food. I'm excited to explore a little bit. It's definitely going to be hopefully the weather I think is supposed to be great. Can't wait to explore it. Definitely going to come back with some stories for you guys.
I'm excited to hear him, Ed.
Yeah, Turkey should be cool. And then next week, we're going to be in studio next week again. So we're going to have another episode next week. And then we have Taste Funny Weekend, which is now upon us.
Buddy, I'm
Can't
so
wait.
stoked.
I know. Schedule is now finalized and available. If you want to take a look at it, it's jiggycomedy.com/TFW3. And you can see the full live schedule.
Or you can just go to my Instagram where it's just me crying, hoping that Joey Fatone likes me as a person.
Joey Fatone he's such a great dude.
Do you think I'll get to hang out with him?
Yeah, Sunday
Like
night.
spend time with him?
Sure.
One-on-one?
One-on-one, locked in
the pool?
locked in the room, just doing dance moves.
Me and him floating around, holding hands?
He actually really does have a great voice, too.
I would assume.
Well,
Is he going to be there the night that the band's going to be there?
they're going to possibly.
Oh, my God. Do you think he'll jump in and do a...
I
I'm
hope
losing my
so.
mind.
I hope so.
I hope he doesn't hear
He
this.
really has a great voice, and I'm talking about like not warmed up, just like, I don't know, like in the times that I've been around him or hung out with him, if he sings to something in the radio or whatever, like tonality wise, he just has a great voice.
I mean, he spent 20 years warming up. Like, I think that guy's forever warmed up.
I guess. I don't know. But some pop stars don't have good voices.
That's fair.
And especially in groups.
Oh, I saw a leaked live Britney Spears microphone.
Oh my God.
Like her live mic. It's bad, dude.
I can't even imagine.
It's bad. I feel
Yeah.
bad for her, but it's bad.
Yeah, she's got some things going on. I don't know what's going on with Britney. We can do a whole episode on Britney.
I'd say leave her alone is what I would say.
Leave Britney alone. That's pretty good policy for anything, though. Just leave
everybody alone.
What's wrong with she's dancing on
Leave
camera?
me alone when I'm smelling Joey Fatone socks. You know what I mean? Like, just leave me alone, dude. No, I'm excited to be there. I'm excited to meet him.
It's gonna be great. Weekend's gonna be awesome. We got this year we have more food partners than ever before. So we have some great food partners. Margs, which is a canned margarita, is gonna be down there with us. We have a canned beverage company, which was too good not to reach out to them. They're gonna be down there. It's called Mahalo.
I mean, come on. What are we doing?
Right on the nose on that
Yeah.
one. So we have a Hawaiian theme night on Saturday and a Mahalo tasting at the luau dinner. Those guys are awesome. They're from South Carolina. They're going to be down there. And Portillo's, which is going to be awesome. They're a Chicago-based hot dog beef company. They opened up a couple of Orlando locations, and we're going to be doing a fundraiser for Gatto's dog charity, which is called Gatto Pups. And so we're doing a fundraiser called Dogs Helping Dogs.
It's great.
I came up with that.
That's perfect.
Check. That was me. So we're going to do a fundraiser with them on the Monday after the weekend for lunch. So 20% of everyone's purchases at the Orlando-based Portillo's location goes back to the Gatto Pups
wow.
Foundation. So
The whole store.
the whole store.
Wow.
So it's going to be great. Very excited. All the programs should be lots of fun. We got Dirty Bingo with your boy Big Mike.
I can't wait.
Just printing out the bingo boards.
I'm coming back strong, even more hungover this year.
It's going to be great. So if you want to check out the schedule and you're listening, go to jiggycomedy.com/TFW3. You can see everything there. And we'll be back with another episode next week. Before I head to Turkey, we should have one or two more episodes. I'll have more updates. We just reached out to a travel agent to see if they could help us with the hotels and stuff. I think they must be in the New York City real estate business because they were like, yeah, it would be $20,000. We're like, we'll just book it on our own.
We'll book it. Yeah.
I'll take care of it. The hotels are $100 a night. Like, where do you come up with $20,000?
Seriously.
So anyway, until next time, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fresh Towels. Mahalo and deuces.